Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of William Mary's 4th Annual Professionals Week. I am Michael Steelman, Director of Alumni Career Management and Professional Networks for William Mary, and it is my pleasure to work with you and thousands of others from the William Mary community throughout the year, providing career resources and professional programming that support your respective career journeys. Today's event is focused on enhancing your networking skills and making new connections with fellow members of the William Mary Young Guard community. I invited alumna and fellow career professional Maegan Crews Fallen to join me for this networking discussion to start today's event. We will keep it brief so you have plenty of time to meet fellow participants for the one-on-one 8-minute chats. Maegan serves as the Director of Career Development at Randolph College. She's passionate about the student experiences outside of the traditional classroom and the ways which those experiences prepare them for their professional futures. She resides in Lynchburg, Virginia, with her husband and fellow alumnus John Fallen and her daughter Eleanor. I've enjoyed my conversations with Maegan over the years as we often begin with shared parenting stories, followed by discussing best practices in career development. It is now my pleasure to turn it over to Maegan to start things off with her 5 tips for successful networking.
Thank you so much, Michael. It is awesome to be here with you all tonight. I was telling Michael earlier, I actually attended a networking event this morning. So I have been practicing what I'm going to preach to you tonight, today. Like Michael said, I am an alumna of William Mary class of 2012, some of the best years of my life for sure. And I've really enjoyed being involved with the college since then, through Young Guard and through my local alumni chapter. And that's actually a way that I've networked quite a bit in Lynchburg. So as you'll see tonight, and as you'll have a chance to experience, networking is definitely a part of our everyday lives. So again, I work in career services at Randolph College, which is a small liberal arts college in Lynchburg. And a lot of what I do is talk to my students about networking, and I like to try to sort of debunk some of the myths that surround networking, and it can be a little intimidating, scary. So I like to show students it's actually fun, and you actually probably do it a lot more than you think. So tonight I'm going to just share a few tips with you about networking, and then we're going to let you all start practicing some of that. So my first tip is to, as you're figuring out what you want from networking, also figure out what you bring to the table. So you have a lot of value to add to that conversation also, just like you are hoping to get something out of the conversation. Figure out what you bring to the table. My second tip is to share your full self. So a lot of times I think we think about networking in this like strictly professional, we have to talk about jobs and we have to talk about what we do or what we want to do. But you can talk about other things. Like Michael just mentioned, we talk about parenting. Another thing that I talk to people that I network with a lot is my volunteer activities. So I'm actually the president of a women's volunteer organization in Lynchburg. And a lot of my networking comes from that. So that's not my job. That's my volunteer life, my hobby. And I meet a lot of people through that work in the community and who serve in the organization. And those people are my network. When I meet a friend who is a pediatrician or who practices law, like I can tap into that network too. So remember that you might connect with someone on a variety of topics. It could be hobbies, it could be jobs, it could be your volunteer past. My third tip is that passion and enthusiasm are unforgettable. So someone who is passionate or enthusiastic about what they want to do or what they do, that is going to help you build an authentic connection with someone and help them remember that conversation that they had with you. And then when you need to tap back into that connection later, they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember she really loved Lynchburg. People remember that about me. So bring that passion and enthusiasm to the conversation. My fourth tip is to do what works for you. So like I mentioned, I went to a big networking event this morning. There was, 100 or so people there. And we did the very traditional, what you think of when you do a networking event. But it doesn't always have to be that way. If that makes you uncomfortable, do a one-on-one networking event like this. That's totally appropriate. There's no right or wrong way to network. You can network at a big event, in a big organization, in a big club, or you can ask someone for 15 minutes of their time for a one-on-one Zoom call. You can ask someone to get coffee if you're more of that style networker. those are both networking. Those are both fine. So do what feels good for you. And my final tip is that networking can happen anywhere, anytime. So again, tonight you're at a networking event. So we hope that you will be networking. But you can network in the line when you're at the grocery store, or you can network in your intramural sports team. Like these conversations can happen anywhere. You're meeting people in all of these different parts of your life. So don't forget that this can happen anywhere, anytime, anywhere. Being an active listener, being a curious person will often lead you to some really good conversations with the people you're coming in contact with. All right, so those are my 5 tips. Very quick, very easy, and I hope that you realize that networking is conversational and it's fun. It's fun to get to know people, and then you never know where these things come back to be useful in other parts of your life. What do you think about that, Michael? What can you add to my 5 tips?
Well, first off, thank you, Maegan. Those are terrific tips, and obviously, someone that you should all connect with is Maegan, and certainly find her on LinkedIn, and then the other piece is you could follow her. I think Instagram coming up soon on a takeover, so stay tuned for that. But I think these are terrific tips, and I would urge all of you to continue to think about diversifying your network across the William & Mary community. Yes, we are all one William & Mary community in the sense of our affinity to William & Mary through various connections, but we all bring so many different things to the experiences that we're coming to the table with. And I think that's the beauty of the power of a William & Mary network, that we have this global network. So really get to meet people from all over the world. And these programs, these online networking hours, are terrific ways to do that. And we do these monthly. So join us again in later in the month, and we'll stay tuned for that. Actually, join us on Friday. Believe it or not, we have another one on Friday at noon that is open to all of the William & Mary community. So I hope you'll join us again for that. The other is just follow up, stay in touch. And I actually just read, I was telling Maegan, a friend of mine wrote a book, and I think it's a good read. So I'm going to share it. It's called The Relationships to Infinity. He is actually a Georgetown grad, but lives in the DC area, and I happened to meet him, and he's terrific. And I think it's a short read that you'll benefit from if you want to learn how to manage your relationships better, and thinking about the ways that you leverage your William & Mary network, or not just William & Mary, beyond that as well. And the other thing is have fun. That awkwardness, we all have been there, where we've had awkward conversations, and try to make light of it, and jump over that hurdle if you're struggling. We all have had moments of nervousness, energy, but use that energy in a way that's exciting. And like Maegan said, that is memorable. People will enjoy that enthusiasm and excitement. So what I hope you'll do today, before I forget, in the right side here, there's content. Check that out. That's the switchboard. If you're not familiar with that, it's our ask and offer site. So what you are looking for and what you want to get is same mentality here. And those are the 2 questions that you answered in your profile today: what you're looking for and what you can share. So hopefully you completed that. And then the LinkedIn section here is a class that is available for free to you all. So check it out. It's a really great on-demand course that we've purchased for our entire alumni community to leverage, and students community to leverage. So please take advantage of that if you're looking to become an expert on LinkedIn. And that's it. There's a nice little message from President Rowe. You may have seen it when you entered the event. And that's my few points to make, in addition to Maegan's great tips. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Hope to see you again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll have a terrific panel on building community in the workplace as day 4 of Professionals Week. And then day 5 will be the online networking hour to end our celebration of our professional week. So I hope you'll join us then. And thank you, Maegan, for taking time out of your evening parenting responsibilities. I know it's not easy, and I really appreciate that. And we all appreciate your expertise and sharing it with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Thank you for letting me be here. I dropped my LinkedIn over in the chat, so feel free to add me. And don't forget, Michael, neither of us said like your the network that you connect with has their own network, so that's the benefit. It's exponential. So feel free to connect with me, and I'd love to be a resource to you if possible. And happy networking, y'all.
Have fun. Thank you so much, Megan. Take care. Go
Thanks.
Tribe.